How do you tell Python that you need it to make a 2D list, guys? We're gonna delete that real quick. I had to redo this recording, so we're gonna pretend like we didn't see that. Um, how do you tell Python that you need a 2D list? Okay, I'm gonna do t underscore list because you can't just put list because list in itself is a function, right? Of Python. Like if I were to write list, it turns purple. That tells you do not do that as a variable name. This is just test list. And let's say this right here would be my normal list, right? What exactly is a 2D list? A 2D list can look something like a big list, okay? And then inside of it, you can have 1, 2, 3. And then let's say that is information about, I don't know, okay? Some piece of information. And then you need that same piece of information for another object or another thing or another scenario, okay? The same set of information. So maybe it's now 2, 3, 2, 1, okay? And then you need more and yada, 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 and you keep going. And then you close off that list. And this is what you call a 2D list, okay? A 2D list, if we want to create it in Python, we can literally create it like to-do, 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 to-do. And we tell it exactly how many lists inside of that big list you're going to have. Now, here is the problem. Most cases when we use a 2D list, we're appending information to that 2D list, right? We're appending information, and we specifically need it in a specific format in a specific way, right? Right. And a lot of times we don't actually know how many lists inside of our big list we're going to need. So how do we deal with that? Well, usually we use a for loop and if statements, but I'll show you guys a really, really quick rundown on how to do that. You're going to start off by creating your T list, and this one's just going to be a big list, empty, okay? An empty big list. And then we're going to do for x in information. Okay? Sometimes they'll have an information file, blah, 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 blah. You make a for loop, okay? And then inside that for loop, you're going to create a m list. Make it stand for mini list and make that empty. Why do you make it empty? Because after the for loop is done, we're going to have over here you input all the stuff you need to collect and the information and the steps you need. Okay, this is just processing, I can't spell, so we're not going to spell that. This part, you're just gathering information. You are adding information to mlist. You are just creating that mlist with the first set of information that you need, okay? And then what are you going to do? You're going to append. You're going to go t underscore list dot append m underscore list. I don't know how to do that. M underscore list. Okay? That's not right. M underscore list. And then you append it like that. And then once the loop is done and it goes back up, mlist is now empty again and ready for your next set of information. This is good if you're repeating the same set of steps to get the same set of information. So let's say you're trying to collect passenger data, okay, from a .txt file or anything from a .txt file, and you're doing it repetitively. This is an amazing way. And so naturally this will append. So you'll have it m underscore list. I'm gonna put a 1 after it so you know that it's the first run, and then m underscore list second time, m underscore list third time, and then all the way to m underscore list to the end. Okay, and that's how it happens. So it will do it as many times as this for loop goes through, and it will reset it every single time, and you'll append the lists. And this is probably the easiest way to set it up if you don't know how many lists you actually need, or if you need your code to be compatible to any .txt file of similar format, so on and so forth. And that's all there is to 2D lists.